there's this concept that they talk about of needling into the emptiness, and I think that's what they're describing. So in a lot of old needle manuals, they say you needle into the emptiness, and even acupuncture points are actually, the word point means cave, shui, that they use. It means like a cave. So you're needling into an empty space, but the concept's deeper than that. The concept's like you're needling into like mentally, like psychologically, you're needling into an emptiness. When you needle the person, you're not really needling, well, let's say this. When you needle someone, you can choose to be needling either the Jing level, the Qi level, or the Shen level. Jing level means you're needling the physical body. Qi level means you're needling the astral body. And Shen level means you're needling the mental body. So these are the three bodies. And when you needle a person, of course you're using a physical needle. But if you're just doing physical needling, this is dry needling, right? So that's what physical therapists are doing. They're doing mechanical stimulation of the muscle for the purpose of getting a fasciculation and a release. This is what you're doing normally when you're doing like sinew treatment. You're needling and it doesn't matter where your mind is, it doesn't matter where your heart is, where you're emotionally where you are, a robot could be doing it. So this is, this is where we need to worry about AI taking our jobs, right? That level. The Qi level is mostly where people are resonating. The vast majority of people that are doing acupuncture, maybe they start more here, but most people resonate here. A lot of people resonate there even. When you're needling the Qi level, the idea is that you're using a physical needle, but you're needling their astral body. You're needling the person's Qi body, which means that the fact that the physical needle goes in is just a formality. It doesn't matter. You're needling a physical body with a physical needle, but you're hooking into the Qi, and you're needling the Qi body. So when you do the needling, that's the idea of maybe needling into the emptiness. It's like, what space are you entering? What domain of the person are you entering when you put the needle in? So you can choose to needle the Qi body. The Qi body is the realm of like the emotional, the feeling. This is like the feeling body also. And some people call this the feeling body. It's obviously a layer more subtle than the physical body. Does that make sense, that concept? Am I losing you guys with that concept? So you have to attune to the Qi level if you want to needle the Qi body. So when you needle someone, you have to go to that space. If you have a certain practice, and I would recommend everyone has a practice that allows them to quickly to tap into that level, then normally you'll have some kind of action you can do, or some kind of little cue that you can do that puts you in that space. It's like if you do a certain type of meditation, you put your tongue on the roof of your mouth and suddenly you're tapped into the Qi. Or for me, I do Tai Chi. So I pull my joints open and I suspend my crown a little bit and suddenly I feel like I'm tapped into the Qi. But you have to attune to that level. And if you're needling the mental body, this is needling the person's, it's their Shen. So this is doing strictly psycho-emotional stuff, strictly mental. So this is more like people that are naturally psychic, or people that are very strongly air element people. So if you're really airy, if you're really psychic, if you always have visions and dreams and you see ghosts naturally and this sort of thing, then this is probably where you'll be starting. If you're someone that's completely shut off from that, you're probably more physical level, then you'll start with the physical and you'll build out. But when you needle, this concept of needling into the emptiness, you needle into a certain level. So you want to be thinking about, where am I needling with this person? And already when you start, if you're needling the primary channels, then it's Qi level, right? So, and if you're needling sinew channels, it's probably Jing level. And if you're needling 8 extras, you probably want to be at Shen level. So these are kind of considerations for when you're first inserting the needle. And location doesn't matter, and depth of needle doesn't matter. And in fact, have you guys ever seen where people are amputees and they'll put needles on the table where they have the limb that's cut off, like phantom limb syndrome, and they'll needle the phantom limb? I've needled people's clothing. Like if I don't want to undress someone and I'm working on them, I'll tap into the Qi, I'll tap into the feeling of the Qi, and I'll just needle right here and just put it in the clothes and catch Ren 12. You can not even put the needle in. You can tap into the Qi, get all the cues right, everything lines up, you feel the energy, you never even insert it. You just hold it and you do the technique above the body. So in that case, treating the needle very much like a wand, which is essentially what it is, if you're working here or here. So, so insertion methods would include, in my mind, also not even inserting the needle, and especially if someone's really deficient, or using the back of the needle and riding right on top of the point and just stimulating the point that way or something like that.